All right, News 14 Carolina meteorologist Matthew East here with you for this Wednesday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Starting things off this morning with a look at the GSP NexRad data from very early this morning. There was just a little bit of light rain around portions of the Charlotte metro as we began the day. Wasn't a big deal, but enough to dampen the pavement in some spots during the pre-dawn hours today. But the big story, still a big upper level ridge in the central part of the country, still a big upper level low off the mid-Atlantic and the northeastern coast. That's giving us a northerly flow here in the Carolinas for one more day. Meanwhile, the heat just really continues to crank off to our west in the plains and the Gulf Coast. Yesterday, Audubon Park in New Orleans at 102. It was 101 for a high in Mobile. Just stifling heat again in many sections of the plains and the Gulf Coast. And not a lot of change today. Notice the flow at 500 millibars here is still out of the north across the Gulf Coast states. So even again today, right to the immediate Gulf Coast, there's going to be some pretty extreme levels of heat. Big complex of storms in the northern part of the plain states for today. But here in the Carolinas, a warm and dry day. Our highs up toward the lower 90s in most spots this afternoon. And both today and there on tomorrow, I can't rule out an isolated evening shower or storm, but most folks probably staying dry. Highs again tomorrow, low 90s, maybe a few mid 90s in some spots. Now on Friday, looks like we lost our sizing there. Hold on just a second. Let's get back to our regular view here. All right, I think we're back to the regular view here. Sorry about that. All right, on to Friday. That's when we have a weak cold front drop in here. And that'll bring us some scattered shower and thunderstorm chances on Friday. And then the front really just sort of weakens as it pushes off to our south. It loses its definition, so it looks like a mainly dry weekend forecast coming up there for Saturday and Sunday. And the heat will crank up a bit, mid-90s for our Piedmont highs over the upcoming weekend. And I can't rule out an isolated afternoon storm there on Saturday or Sunday, but most folks probably seeing a dry and pretty hot weekend forecast. Then the heat looks to back down just a touch as we get into next work week. Highs back down toward the lower 90s. And there on Monday and Tuesday, and same deal for Wednesday. Could be a couple of late day showers or storms, but nothing overly widespread. And in the tropics, still watching our little area there in the western Gulf of Mexico. It looks very disorganized this morning. Not a lot of shower or thunderstorm activity in that region. So the prospects of that developing into a tropical system right now look very, very low. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everyone have a wonderful Wednesday, and God bless.